Hi, everybody. You know, if you want to predict the future, just look at the past. And we are at such an exciting point in business history, not just in network marketing, but in business history. XANGO is going to reinvent itself one more time. And right now we have with us 200K Premier and member of the $1 Million Club, Gregg Adair. And he and his beautiful wife, Sherry, live in the Fountain of Youth, St. Augustine, Florida. How appropriate. And I know Gregg got involved in the profession of network marketing way back in 1985 with his first company being Nu Skin, and after that had several major success stories in the industry. But as we know, things change, and Gregg joined XANGO in 2003. And get this, guys, he earned the title of 200K Premier in his first year, and a very impressive team of 29 premiers that he helped to develop. Now, listen up, pen and paper in hand. Of course, this will be recorded, but Gregg has been a professional in network marketing for 28 years, and he's actually earned the rare, prestigious certificate from the University of Illinois in Chicago as a certified network marketer. And he, too, comes from traditional business. He was actually in the industrial contracting business, so he understands the burden of traditional business, but the blessings of leveraged income. So we're delighted to have you, Gregg, and welcome to the call.
Well, thank you, Sandy and Polly, for having me on the call today. It's an honor and a privilege to work with people like yourselves, professional people. It's one of the reasons why we were able to have success so far in this company is all the support, and all the people that we're working with seem to be of an excellent caliber. So I appreciate it. And welcome everybody to the call today, and very interesting listening to Dr. Templeman for the past hour about this new fantastic product, X926. And of course, what that does when you have a product that has this kind of interest in just about 10 days now, the phones have lit up. It's like somebody turned on a switch somewhere and said, hey, this product is out there, let's get behind it. So I'm here today to tell you a little bit about the marketing plan, because XANGO feels this product will be such that it not only needs its own marketing plan, but it also needs its own division. So XANGO is creating a new division, a new product, and a much similar marketing plan, but a little bit different, and it's going to make it probably just go that much faster than what XANGO did back in 03 and 04. So, you know, XANGO has been around now for 11 years, and even back then, nobody knew it, but it was an opportunity company back then, and it's gone on now in 11 years to create 120 millionaires, and I don't know how many other full-time income earners in XANGO, but they're in the thousands, there's no doubt. And we have an opportunity in front of us right now. We've got, tomorrow's the first of the month, 26 days from then, it's going to be introduced in convention. And we've got an opportunity right now to really take hold. So what I'm going to do is outline the compensation plan briefly, the new one, and then move into what you should be doing in the next, over the next 26 days. Now, X926 compensation plan is very similar to XANGO's, and we still have the same 1K, 5K, 20K Premier, 100K, 200K, and 500K structure, or status, I should say. But it's going to, XANGO is, the plan they put into place for this is going to be much easier to accomplish for most of us. First of all, because this product has got legs. It's got a tremendous appeal to people, and the marketplace is huge. So the first step, if you're brand new on this call today, you're just taking a look at this, or if you've been around for a while and you want to learn this new marketing plan, The first step is called a 1K. Obviously, you can't participate in the game if you're not on board with us. So you want to sign up for free right now, as a matter of fact, if you're a new person or if you're an existing rep. The fee is waived till the 26th of September. And so why not get on board? It's very easy to do. You can fill out the form that is available on the Power Players website right now, or you can just call in if you have your sponsor's ID number, or if you have your XANGO ID number, if you just want to start your X926 business. Just call the customer service line starting on Tuesday. Remember, Monday's a holiday. And just tell them you want to be part of X926. Place your order. They'll walk you through all that, and away you go. If you have an existing downline, an existing team, well, you're in luck, because what XANGO's done here is just mirrored the exact same downline that you have now, or team that you have now, into the new program. All you have to do is get a hold of your team members and say, hey, activate your X926 leg, because when you do, you have an opportunity to make income on that leg as well. Now, 1K in the new plan is pretty simple. $100 PV on automatic delivery. Pretty much the same as it is now, and that would be one 30-day supply of X926. There will also be the Faveo Pro line available in this as well. So if you're purchasing those products, Reload, Limitless, or Ignite, that will count for X926 volume. They're going to want you to have 3 active legs. Now, exactly what that means is that you sponsor 3 people, and that's it. With those 3 people, you on 100 PV, and between all of you, you get $1,000 in points in group volume. You're a 1K in this plan. You don't need to have 3 people on ADP. You don't need to have any other requirement other than that. 3 active legs, and that's very important, because that's going to follow through to almost every level. When you get up to 100K and 200K, you need 4, but 5 for 500K. But that's the 1K position. If you understand this, all we're going to do is duplicate this over and over and over to go up through the plan. Now, the 5K compensation, same thing, 100 PV on ADP, 3 groups now of at least 1,000 each. So in essence, you want to help your 3 people get to that 1K level, or at least have 1,000 in each leg. And this volume can come from customers as well as distributors. So you can have either. And then throughout your organization, whoever's in your organization, however deep it goes, $5,000 in combined group volume. And you're then a 5K. Now, XANGO has added something pretty neat to that level. We call it the Drive Your Own Dream. And you can see that little car on the left there. That's probably a dream car of most people that are on this call. We're going to show you a couple more here in a minute. But active 5K is what you need to get this extra bonus. This is another bonus that they're putting in addition to whatever unilevel and fast start money you make as a 5K. If you get to 10,000, or when your team gets to 10,000 in volume, and you're an active 5K, you're going to get a $400 a month lifestyle bonus. And maybe you would want a 1953 Buick convertible instead of that Volkswagen Bug, or a 1900 steam-driven tractor. Well, the people are buying those because I saw them in Michigan on a trip I made recently. Or maybe it would be a boat or a car. Whatever it is, you don't have to spend it on some type of transportation. Maybe you'd want to save this for your children's college fund, whatever it might be. It's called the lifestyle bonus, and these bonuses run through all of the levels now. So there's 5K. Now to take it to 20K, you got to jump up to 200 PV on ADP. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably going to have 300, 400, or 500 with this new product, because this product is the type of product you want to get in people's hands. Many people are saying they're going to take 7 of these supplies, in other words, 7 tubes. It's going to be packaged like the, I think it is, like the Limitless, Reload, or Ignite. So you want to get 7 of those. Go out and sell them. Get your money back off of your samples. As soon as people are on this product for a few days, they're going to be clamoring to get more. So it's going to be easy to build volume. So you're going to want to increase your PV to 200 or more, at least. Again, your same 3 groups, but now they're up to 5,000 in each leg minimum, and a total of 20,000 in combined volume, and you're at 20K. Now, the 20K rank advancement bonus, remember I said bonuses are going to be put in through all these ranks. $3,000 just to hit 20K. When I hit 20K, I didn't get anything except my check, which was fine. I'm not complaining, but now they've got a $3,000 bonus. And they're looking for leadership. XANGO's looking for people that really are going to push the envelope and work hard and get a little bit more done than the average person would do. So that bonus jumps to $5,000 if you do it within 6 months of the day that you sign up. Now, I believe if you're an existing distributor, that number is going to remain at $3,000. But for new people, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, but we're all learning this thing together. But $5,000 within 6 months, that's a pretty good incentive, an extra $1,000 a month in your income. There's more bonuses out there. Just to throw a little bit of a carrot for those of you that are interested. Look at these numbers: 100K, 10,000, 200K, 25,000. And the one that I'm going to be shooting for, 500K, a $50,000 bonus. Folks, do like I did. Get out there and get busy and hit 200K in your first year or so, and you're going to make even more money, because look at this, what they've done. Again, looking for leadership, people that will push the envelope. They're going to put 25,000 out there for 100K if you hit it within 2 years, 50,000 if within 3 years on 200K, and $100,000 bonus for hitting 500K. Well, I'll tell you what, if you hit 500K, you've already got a heck of an income. That 100,000 is just going to be some nice icing on the cake to do whatever you want with it. Save it, spend it, have a good time. There's plenty of things we can all do with that kind of money. So that's the compensation plan. The neat thing about it is, as you're building this new side, we call it the X926 side. I think somebody referred to it as ZAG. That's not the name of the new company, by the way. It's just a reference point. If you build the ZAG side, it also counts, if you're an existing distributor, it also counts for your XANGO side. So if you create a 20K over in the ZAG side in the next couple of months, you'll have a 20K under you over in the XANGO side as well. So it's pretty interesting the way that they've tied this all together. We don't know all the nuances of it just yet, exactly how it's going to work. They do have a document that I believe Sandy Cohen has, I don't know if that's posted up on their blog site or not, but she did send it out to some people, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So the compensation plan, because there's not that structure where you have to, if you're a 5K, you've got to have 3 1Ks, and if you're a 20K, you've got to have 3 5Ks and all that, it's going to be much easier to create more action and more activity, especially with a product like X926 that has a tremendous amount of potential here in the marketplace. I believe that the projections that I've heard are going to be even higher than when XANGO first started, and those numbers were staggering. So I can't imagine what's going to happen now. We'll have people in September hit Premier, the rank of Premier. There's no doubt in my mind, just in the first month. So I think that. With that said, that's an overview of the compensation plan. There are probably some things that I'm leaving out in that, but guys, dig in here and get busy. And I don't know, Collie, did you want to stop at this point of the recording? You want me to keep on going?
No, we'll go ahead and keep on going. I was going to stop when I was going to have you be part of the opportunity, but then we went into a half-an-hour Q&A with Dr. Templeman. So it's all good. I do have some questions coming in, and just a reminder, you have questions of Gregg on the comp plan. He'll answer those with any other questions at the end of his training. So ask the questions in the Ask a Question box. There's already some coming in. But let's get right into how the heck we get this word out to as many people as possible and build our X926 businesses before it even launches.
Okay. I did forget one thing here, and my slide presentation reminded me of it. Excuse me. The Power Start is still in place, and here's the way that it's going to work. Level 1 pays 25% weekly. Level 2 pays 15% if you're on 200 ADP. And the Customer Connect program is also in play, 15% on each order. And the Nothing Beats Free program is also in play. So all of those things are still with us as far as your customer gathering. All right, as I said earlier, XANGO is the opportunity company. There's no question about it. And because of what we have going on with the launch of X926, it's so important. The next 25 days, 3.5 weeks, could have such an impact on your life, and that you just wouldn't believe it. I know we've got people on the call, Collie and Sandy, that have been with XANGO since day one, and they saw the pre-launch of XANGO. I think the pre-launch of XANGO was 7 days. And so they got busy and told everybody that they could, had some people who actually travel up to Salt Lake to see things and so on, and did everything they could in that 7-day period, and became part of what's called the Sweet 16, the first 16 premieres of XANGO. And it was quite an accomplishment because we didn't have Dr. Templeman. We had no brochures. We had nothing. They just went out and through their enthusiasm and excitement got people to believe that this could happen. And the ones that believed, and this, I'm talking to everybody on the call now, the people that believed that this would happen to them, it happened to them. The people that said, oh, this is not going to work, it's not going to happen, and they were right also. So you've got to believe that you can do this and this is going to happen. And I'm going to give you some pointers and some tips today on how to talk to some of the people in your group, if you're an existing distributor, or if you're brand new, how to go out there and get the word out as well. Now, if you just imagine for a minute what you want out of this opportunity that we have in front of us, this pre-launch opportunity of X926. We all are getting words out that the product is fantastic, and I'll tell you just briefly what happened to me. I had one sample sent to me about a month ago. It said on the sticker on the baggie of some powder, it said, take this 2 hours before bed. I did. The next morning I woke up at my usual time, about 6:30, and instead of sitting on the edge of the bed as I do, I'm 63 years old, so sometimes it takes me a little while in the morning to get moving. And instead of sitting there, I pretty much bounced right out of bed. I've had a backache for 5 years. It wasn't there that day, not for the whole day. The aches and pains and creaks and the little joint nuances and all things like that weren't there either. I felt great. Energy was just like I was a kid. It was unbelievable. And I even stepped on the scale before I got going, and I had lost 3 pounds. Now, I'm not saying this is a take it and lose weight product. I don't know about that. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. What happens to them? All I know is my experience was fantastic. And I know other people now that there's some more samples getting out there and talk to them. They're having the same types of responses. And so it's pretty exciting to have a product that you can sample somebody a week's supply and know that they're going to know a difference. That you can sell them maybe 7 of those tubes, get your money back, and just know that they're going to be calling you up asking you for more. So just take a few minutes and imagine, write down, take pictures of, and find out exactly what you would want to have out of this opportunity. And then I'm going to tell you what you should do for the next 26 days. We've already seen this slide. It was in Collie's earlier presentation. The marketplace for what we have here is absolutely enormous because you've got baby boomers turning 65 years old at the rate of 10,000 a day. I happen to be one of those. If you're a little bit younger, you may not understand the thought process that we go through. We still think we're kids. We still think we're young. We still want to do all those young things, and sometimes these aches, pains, creaks, problems, and all these other things get in our way. If we can deliver this product to that marketplace alone, 10,000 people a day, I think the total of them is 74, 75 million, something like that. It's in the multiple millions. And if you can deliver a product like that to that marketplace, oh my goodness, just hang on because everybody wants to look and feel better. The total marketplace is right now, according to the experts, is $300 billion. Folks, we don't want the whole marketplace. We just want a little piece of that, don't we, in our bank account? That's all we need. And we can certainly do that with the good old X926. I can't wait to see the packaging. I know this lavender background here is so soothing, and it's a beautiful color. It's my mother's favorite color, by the way. But I know that's going to be employed in the packaging is what my understanding is. So they're onto something here. I don't really want to show this one yet, so let's see if I can go back. Probably, yeah, I can. So let's leave that on here while I talk about pre-launch. Now, as Sandy said, I've been in the game for a little bit. I've been in the game since 1985 full-time. And the words pre-launch, for many people, are an open door for you to tell them what you have. A lot of people think that they have to get in first to make money in this particular industry, which is not true. I'm evidence of that. I didn't get in first. I got in XANGO. Actually, I signed up my first distributor January of 2004, so about a year and 4 or 5 months after the game started. Many people who have become 500Ks in XANGO got in several years after it started. We just had a couple in Russia, not more than 2 years ago, I think, became 500K. But people think that. And as long as they think that, we might as well take advantage of it as long as the next 26 days tell us that we have a pre-launch. So utilize that as you're talking to not only your distributors, people that you could call up and talk to about. As a matter of fact, I have a script and I sent it to Sandy, and if you want to, Sandy, you can post that up. I have a script for talking to people that are distributors on the phone, and I also have a voicemail script, which is what I'm getting most of, probably 70% voicemails. Just a little tickler to let them know that XANGO's launching another blockbuster product. And those are the kind of terms that I talk in. That XANGO has got something that you need to find out about, and I was calling today to tell you a little bit about it. And right now we're in the pre-launch stage, which will only be lasting another 3 weeks or so. And because of this, product will be part of a new division, and you can get ahead of everyone else if you have an existing downline or you're a brand new person, because this division is going to be just rocking there, just absolutely going crazy. So what you want to do is go through your existing organization. Now, we have a lot of people on the call today, so we have people with massive organizations and we have people with small organizations. What I am doing in the process of doing is I'm pulling up my XANGO back office, my production report. I'm taking the 20Ks and I'm going down and I'm clicking on my 20Ks and my premiers, and I'm seeing who their leaders are, and I'm calling them first, making sure that they're aware of it. I think I've got a hold of all of those so far. With tremendous results, by the way. Not one of them has said no. So that's pretty good results so far in just the first week or so. So I do that because you can click on them, and then you can pull up, if you click on their ID number, I think their phone number is on the right of that anyway, but you can click on their phone number, see where they live, or their ID number rather, and get their phone number and so on, and then follow up with an email to them, giving them a call like this, recorded, or just any kind of communication. There's documents that you can send out. What I've been sending out is the product overview. I think that's one of the best single documents that you can use at this point. And remember, there'll be a lot more coming out down the road in a convention, but right now that's what we have to work with, and right now we're talking pre-launch. The opportunity here is enormous in this pre-launch because of that fact. People love to be first. They love to be the first ones so they can go tell everybody. And in utilizing that, you've got to do the work in the next 26 days, unfortunately, because after that it's no longer pre-launch, obviously. Our good friend 500K Ray Heron says, work the next 90 days like your life depended upon it. Now think about that for a second. Work like your life depended upon it. Like if you didn't do that work, something terrible was going to happen. You'd lose your home, or maybe your family, or something catastrophic. And just get to work every day. Set aside some time I've promised myself that I'll work 3 hours a day. That might sound crazy to some of you, but when I get on the phones and when I call, I work. I mean, I'll get 100 calls done in 3 hours. So I figure I can do 100 calls a day. Whether it's new people, existing people, it doesn't really matter. It's just a numbers game. Some people are going to be interested. Some people are going to hang up on me. Some people are going to say, yeah, I'm in. Let's go. What do I got to do? And that's exactly what's been taking place. So work like your life depended upon it. And if you need to know who to contact, your list might be a little small. An old trick I used to use that worked pretty well is I would go through the phone book or go through the alphabet and think of one person in each genre. In the phone book, it would be attorneys, for example, would be A's, and car salesmen would be C's, and so on, and barbers and B's. You can think of that. And think of one person that you know. Don't think of whether they'd be interested or not, because they told you no before. That really doesn't have anything to do with this. Remember, we're in pre-launch now, and we've got a product that's, oh my goodness, just take it. And, here's what happened to Gregg. You can tell my story. This is what Gregg said happened to him so far. And tell the story. People love to hear about stories. And if that's what it takes to get your list going, get it going. Don't leave anybody out. Every time you come into contact with the person, talk to them a little bit about it. You don't have to just go and babble everything about it, but you can find out, hey, if I've got a product that in the morning when you wake up, you started feeling better, your aches and pains went away, you've got more energy, and you might even lose a little weight, would you be interested in it? Who would say no? Although I did have somebody tell me no. Somebody was cutting my hair the other day, and she said she's not interested in feeling better and looking better. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, they're out there, so don't let them, rain on your parade. But we got to take advantage of this arena that we're in right now. And Kali, I'm going to pause the sharing because I've got to pull up a document here that I want to refer to. This is the document that you sent out, Sandy, that talks about, it's the comp plan, and it talks about the marketing strategy that we have right now. To use this marketing strategy, focus on X926 is a powerful anti-aging product for a pre-launch startup company. Just like we focused on the juice alone at the beginning. Talk to everybody in your current XANGO organization with the idea that they'll want this product. And they will benefit from the new comp plan as well as their current XANGO business. Talk to everyone who is ever in your XANGO business or who quit. And quite frankly, I've got more of those than I do of active people. So, you may too. I've been going over some lists like that and making some calls on those lists and getting some really good responses. I also got a lot of numbers that were no longer valid, but that's okay. Like I said, it's just a numbers game when you get in here and do this. So anyways, this is a marketing strategy, this pre-launch. That's the reason that they're doing it, is because it works. And everybody wants to be first. Everybody wants to be in the game as quickly as they possibly can. So I've got to put this up again just a second. There we go, sorry. Now, for those of you that are a little bit timid, which is probably most people on the call today, somehow you've got to get over that. You've got to get over that for the next 90 days, especially the next 3 weeks. And you've got to just pull up your pants and knickers or whatever you got on and go to and just say, I'm going to talk to people about this. I'm excited about it. You wouldn't be on this call if you weren't excited about it. And you've got your excitement and enthusiasm will absolutely carry you through the tough spots. And remember that you've got a team here. We'll help you with these calls if you'll allow us to do that. But I know that Sandy Cohen is going to go through her list and call everybody and tell them that they need to make phone calls or tell them that they got to wake up in the morning and go to work. That's not going to happen. But she will answer her phone, as will I, as will Kali, as will anybody in your upline, that's full-time working this business and help you with three-ways. All you have to do is get your list together and say, hey, I'm going to be doing some three-way calling. Would you be available today for an hour or two, or whatever your schedule is going to be? And get a hold of your direct 20K or Premier upline and ask them that question, and I know they'd be more than willing to help. So you've got help if you want to do it. I know there's been people in the XANGO business that have succeeded all the way to 200K, 500K that were never successful in any other MLM business. And the reason is because we've got a heck of a team to help you, and we've got an incredible product and company to work with here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I recommend that that you get your list made up today. It's a holiday weekend. You probably want to go have a little barbecue, have a little fun this Labor Day, and that's fine. But also, as you're talking to your neighbors, friends, family, everybody else that you can find on your social networks, take some time to call them. And I don't use the social networks to recruit. A lot of people do, and they're successful with it, but I don't. I use the telephone, and I use the time that I'm out of the house, face-to-face with people, to develop relationships that I can further. And I don't know anybody that wouldn't be interested in what we have as far as business or as far as this product goes. Collie, that's what I've got, so back to you.
Greg, thank you so much. I'm going to take a second and take the screen back while I get to the Q&A here. So lots of questions in here, and by the way, one of the things I'll be showing everybody where to find the recordings and all that. Lots of questions in here about your scripts. They roll off your tongue so easily, and can they get access? Yes, Greg did email them. They are actually in my Power System now, and will also be on the blog available for everyone. So my Power System users are in your back office. If you're not a My Power System user, you can go to mypowersystem.com and sign up for a trial for a week and for $1 and see what you think. And if you're not a member of My Power System, they'll be on the blog at ourpowersystem.com/X926 is where all the X926 tools are. They are available for all of XANGO Nation. And I'll be showing you that in just a sec. But what I'm going to do is get into the questions for you first. We've got lots of questions. On the compensation plan, on the Drive Your Own Dream slide, do you need 10,000 GD and X926 alone, or will it be all of the ZAG side?
Well, I believe it's in X926 volume. Is that
okay?
Is that what?
So we're gonna get that question answered, because my understanding is when they put the Paveo Pro products in, then it will be all of the ZAG side, which will include that. But right now, you're right, it is X926 alone. But again, some of these questions that are coming up, folks, we're still asking them ourselves and getting the answers to. So again, if we don't have a definitive answer for you, email us, we'll get them onto the company, we'll get them answered, and of course by the time this launches, we'll all know all the answers to everything.
Well, Collie, I know the answer to that one, because it's X926 volume and Paveo Pro combined, because I asked this question specifically this week to corporate, and any orders of customers that you have in Paveo Pro right now, in the Limitless, Ignite, or Reload, will automatically be gone over to the new side. The customers will go over there automatically, and the volume will go automatically, and it will be counted towards that 10,000. But your XANGO business will not be counted towards that 10,000. It's only new X926 volume.
Totally agree, and I think the confusion is that what they said was, or all of it on the ZAG side, and so the ZAG side includes the Paveo Pro, but not the XANGO side. So we're saying the same thing, just the terminology. So yes, some of us are saying X926 is the products only, and ZAG is everything on that side. But a lot of us are saying X926 as that whole site. So again, these are code names, and it'll be very clear once we actually have the division, product division name, the brand name of the product, and all of that. But yes, we're saying the same thing. Have heard two different things. Does the ZAG comp plan also become the XANGO comp plan, or are those product sales totally separate? Of course, we just answered that, but just go ahead and answer. As I ask these questions, Greg, even though some of them we've asked before, it's sometimes just worded differently to be very clear, but just explain the difference on the ZAG qualifications with the ZAG volume and the new, and then the XANGO qualifications on the XANGO comp plan.
Okay. I want to start by saying, everybody out there, we certainly want to answer all the questions that you have, but don't get hung up on all these details. What matters is sales, okay? And, of course, you want to structure the sales in a proper way, which is 3 legs in the new side. We're going to call that the ZAG side. Anything you do in the ZAG side actually counts in your XANGO side. So if you create a 5K in the ZAG side, it counts for towards any qualifications you may need in your XANGO side. That's pretty neat. But it doesn't work the other way. Anything that you do in XANGO doesn't qualify you for ZAG. You have to do that all on your own with the Paveo Pro products and the new X926 product. So that's my understanding of it, and yeah, I think that answers that one.
All right, perfect. And again, all of this stuff is going to become much more clear. And I'm sharing my screen now. I'm going to take a second to show everybody something. There's a event that I posted on Facebook. It's a live event in Utah on Tuesday night. However, XANGO's going to live stream it. So I'm going to show you where it is. So let me just grab it real quick. It's actually posted in XANGO Nation. So let me just go to XANGO Nation. It'll be easier. Everybody can find it there. And actually, let me just show you the easiest place. On my Facebook wall, it'll be at the very, very top of it. All right, so there's this event taking place at XANGO headquarters on Tuesday, but it's going to be a live stream. So if you want to have an X926 event, have a home meeting on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, and you can have a live stream event. That at this particular opportunity meeting, I'm going to be able to show the compensation plan with all the specific numbers that we haven't been able to do so far. All right, hang on a second, sorry. Let me, all right. We have so many things. There it is. Here's the event. All right, so it's called XANGO X926 Product and Opportunity Presentation. So you can go here, even if I only invited all the Utah people originally, but now that it's going to be a live stream, you can send this to anyone, anywhere in the world. And so go to the event, say you're gonna go because it's a public event, and then click share, and you can share it on your wall. You can share it in a group, you can share it in your page, or you can share it in a particular message to somebody, but also all the information is here so you can get on the phone and call people. But I would recommend that everybody do a home meeting. Have people come over and watch it together, and how exciting that will be after that. So it's there on Facebook, and if you, I'm actually about to post it on the blog, didn't quite get done with that. The blog is ourpowersystem.com, and there's an X926X section, which would be ourpowersystem.com/X926. So check back as soon as this webinar is over, and I will have it posted by then. All of the tools that are available in my Power System, I have shared them all through a demo account so that you will have access to all of them, whether or not you're a member. The recordings, the videos, the live corporate broadcasts, audios. Candy Webb does an amazing Saturday morning training call, and she's going to provide those trainings also available that we'll put up here on the blog. We'll also have it in the back office of my Power System. The sign-up forms, every single thing out there is here on this page. So if you're looking for something, what's also there right now in the back of my power system is, here we go. So if you log into my power system and you go to the marketing section, you go to the Media Pack Creator, then here are all the resources that you have that you can share with somebody. So if you look under resources, there's a section X926 and ZAG. If you go there, scroll it down, double click so you can see them all, and you can go all the way through this. The very top document right now are the X926 phone scripts from Gregg Adair. So here are the phone scripts. This will be posted as soon as I get off the webinar. I'll be able to put it on the blog. So they're already in your back office if you are a member of my power system. If not, they will be on the blog as well as the information on this live stream event taking place on Tuesday. So a lot of your questions and stuff will get answered as we continue to go and as we're allowed to share things, because not everything has been allowed to be shared so far. Let's continue to go through these questions. If we have 100 volume on the X926 volume, do we still need 1,000 volume on the XANGO side too, or does it count for both sides? And again, as these things come out there, a 1K in XANGO and below, a rep, a preferred rep, and a 1K, their personal volume, regardless of what side it is, will count for you, for your qualifications if you're a 5K or above. In other words, if I'm a 5K, I need 3 1Ks. If I have 3 people who have the 1,000 points and have their own 3 people, then regardless of what their personal order is, if they have a personal order of 100, whether it's on one side or another, that will count as my 1K leg in XANGO. If that 1,000 points is X926 volume, or ZAG volume, to make it clear, because it's all of the products in X926, which is Veo Pro, starting next month, and the X926 product. If I have 1,000 in ZAG volume, that counts as 1,000 in XANGO volume too, and I'm good. So from the 5K and above though, but if you want to get paid on XANGO volume, you've got to have a XANGO order. If you want to get paid on ZAG volume, you need to have a ZAG order. So that's a lot of those questions. What is the Nothing Beats Free program for X926? They will have when it hasn't been announced. I'm sure it's going to be get 3 and yours is free like it is right now, but the details of that have not actually been published yet. That's the other thing I want to show you is at XANGO.com. Here we go, XANGO.com/X926. If you go there and you get a thing, if you're not logged in, it'll tell you need to log in. So log in with your distributor ID and your password, and then go back and do it again, XANGO.com/X926. You will get this page that tells you about X926. Click here and you can place your pre-order for X926. And what's available right now is the promoter pack, which is a 3-pack, or a builder pack, which is a 5-pack. And then, of course, you can add X926 to your ADP. So that's what's available there. Now, a couple of other links. Right here it says click here to discover what X926 is all about. When you go here, you're going to get these pages, which one of them is the PowerPoint that you saw us use tonight. So Gregg Adair used it. I used it in helping Dr. Templeman with the product. It's available to you with notes. So when you go to your X926 presentation and you see the slides which you saw, underneath that there are the notes of your talking points, of what to say, so that you can actually do a presentation. There is the frequently asked questions and the product brief, the claim guidelines, the sign-up form, very important. Download that and get that out to everyone, and the logo. But on the left-hand side here, under the resources, you'll see distributor tools. Now, this is what's real important. A lot of people kind of miss is if you go to distributor tools, when you're logged in on the X926, you're going to see some amazing distributor tools on X926, the ones that we just saw. 2020, MB30, lots of stuff. So make sure that we go and take a look at these. We've got our business guides and policies and procedures. So when you're logged in with the X926 and you go to the distributor tools and you go to your XANGO distributor tools, you'll see XANGO policies and procedures and compensation plan. This is different than the one that's in your regular back office in your library. This has been updated. This was just, I'm sorry, this is not the updated one, just a moment. This is the regular one that's in your back office. It's under, I think it's right here. All right, just a second. There's a new policy and procedure. You kind of got to find it. And, oh, I think this is, here it is. So that's the regular policies and procedures. And then you'll see the one right here that says effective September 26, 2013. So this is what is going into effect at convention on September 26th. If you go there and look at it, you will see a lot of your questions are going to be answered about the compensation plans, about what's ZAG and what's XANGO and all of that. So rather than us answer all of those questions, they're all here in this updated policy and procedure. So again, you go to XANGO.com/X926, make sure that you are logged in. Go to click here for more information, and then go to your distributor tools, and then scroll down and find the one dated September 26, 2013, and that's going to give you the new rules and the new answers, many of which you're looking for right now. All right, so let me go through these questions. Would a case of XANGO juice and the X926 qualify for the 2-minute ADP? The answer is no. That would give you 120 points in XANGO. It would give you your 100 points over in ZAG, but it would not give you 200 points in each. Is this presentation going to be available recorded? Again, yes. 3 places you can find it. One is in your back office with My Power System. The second place is on the blog, which is ourpowersystem.com/X926, or just go to ourpowersystem.com, click on X926, and that's where you're going to get that. By the way, one of the new posts that's just there, which everybody should take a look at, if you want to get X926 out as fast as possible, if you're a My Power System user, there's a video tutorial here. There are pre-written emails, one to somebody who you're talking to for the very first time about X926. So we don't even talk about XANGO. It's just imagine this new opportunity, and it has a media pack which has the video presentation from Dr. Von Johnson and myself at the compensation plan. So it's a 35-minute op meeting followed by a training, the sign-up forms and all of that are there. Another one is talking to your existing XANGO downline who's active, who knows what's going on. You're just giving them more information. And the other is your inactive XANGO downline, people that maybe you haven't talked to in a few years, and you're not even sure if they're plugged in or really even know what's going on. And so for them, you're giving them a 10-year XANGO update in addition to what's happening with X926. But watch that tutorial because it's really easy just to go in, add people in the contact manager, send them the pre-written email with all the media packs and everything, and just enter send, enter send, enter send, enter send, and you can get out 100, 200 in a single day if you spend the day entering people in and sending out that information. And then, of course, they have the video, the presentation to watch. They've got the sign-up form. They have all of that. So very effective way to do this very, very, very quickly because we've only got, what, 20-some days, 6 days, I believe it is, to go. All right, questions about Gregg's script. Again, Judy, it's in My Power System now. As soon as I get off the webinar, I'll be able to post it on the blog. So you'll have access to his script. He did send it to share with everybody. Is there a place I can go to get a list of ingredients to take to my oncologist? Yes, Lori, the ingredients are online. Again, XANGO.com/X926, and you simply go to the more information, and you're going to see all of the things here. The product brief has the key ingredients in it right there. There is your label with all of the ingredients in there that we talked about here. So, yes, all of that information is already available at XANGO.com/X926, as well as mypowersystem.com/X926. Let's see, I got a couple of other questions. Karen asking the cost of my power system. Karen, if you just go to mypowersystem.com, here are the 3 different packages. Your $1 trial will let you try any of them. You can get the professional package, has all kinds of great tools to create and share your own media packs, but the $19.95 will give you everything you need to start to share what's already in the system. So the tutorial I gave on entering people in and sending them out, you can do at any level. But I always tell people that it doesn't matter which one you sign up for the first week. Try the Premier because it's got some incredible advanced training that probably costs us about $10,000 to put it all in there, from Jim Rohn and Dennis Waitley, and I mean just all of the great stuff in there. And then you've got, within the 7 days, you can always upgrade or downgrade at any time. So you will not be billed for a week. So heck, use it all for a week for that $1, and then you can go down to whatever plan your budget allows. I'm currently on 200 ADP, so if I need 100, so if you want to be on 200 ADP in both plans, you need to do 200 in ZAG products, which is going to be your Surveil Pro and your X926, and you need to be on 200 in XANGO products. Now, obviously, if you're car qualified, so if you've got 10,000, not car qualified, I'm sorry, if you're qualified for the lifestyle bonus, that's 10,000 in ZAG volume, then you want to be on the 200 for sure, because it's going to give you a $400 lifestyle bonus. You also want to be on it if you're going to be using the customer program, because you're going to get not only your bonus on your own customers, but you're also going to be in a new plan. A customer plan is going down through 9 levels of customers. So that's a lot of money to leave on the table. And this is what I want to recommend to everyone. There's a lot of questions about this. Take a leap of faith today. Just do it. Don't change what you're doing with XANGO. If you're on 100 and that's good for you, stay there. If you're on 200, that's good for you, stay there. But get on the X926. Your cards will be charged on September 15th for what you get on. Do the 200 ADP and contact everybody you know, because if you do this, your check is going to be well worth it in October. But just remember, if you don't think the X926 product's working for you, you can't seem to get people in. If you have issues and you feel, you're not going to if you just take a leap of faith and do it. But if in your mind you're worried about it, just remember, you can always change it in October. You could always go down to 100 in October. There's a money-back guarantee. You could return product if it didn't work for you in October or November. We have a 90-day money-back guarantee. But right now, don't be thinking in that direction, because if you're worried about it and thinking about it, you're going to get what you focus on. So instead, go for the 200, go for the gusto, call everyone you know, contact everybody you know, and watch your business grow and watch your income explode, and be thinking in that direction. Don't even think for a minute don't do the poverty thinking. It's human nature, and it's counterproductive to your business. So with that, I think we got most of those questions answered, although I still see some more coming in. But Greg, could you comment on any of those things that I just said and add to any of that? Are you muted? If you're talking and we can't hear you. All right, you might have had to run to the little boys' room, so I'm just gonna answer a couple of other product questions here before. I would just like to hear what he thinks about that, because folks, I want you to know that Greg and his team are exploding with X926 because they have huge belief, and they know what this is going to do for everyone's business. I know what this is going to do for everyone's business. The leaders know what this is going to do for everyone's business. That's why we're so excited. We're excited for all of you. And so it is so important that you have that belief, that you have that enthusiasm, that you have that energy, that you are focused with your eye on the prize of building your premiership and winning new trips, new everything. We have the chance to do it all over again. Many of you heard about the Sweet 16 in XANGO, that first group of people who hit Premier and won that first trip to Thailand, and they're always talked about, and some people are like, well, I wish I would have been involved back then. Well, folks, you're involved right now, and they're doing it all over again. They're not going to call it Sweet 16, whatever it's going to be called, the Legends, whatever it is. You're going to have the opportunity to be one of those. Whether you're starting from zero or whether you're starting with, $1 million in XANGO volume, it doesn't matter, because it's all about what we all do together in X926 that's going to matter, and it's going to be huge, and you have an opportunity to change your world and change your life. So I want you to focus on that with the expectation of great things happening. There's this question that several people asked about taking these products together, and my statement I made about taking the Reload, the Ignite, and X926. Is it all in different drinks or one drink? It's one drink, and actually it's also the detox tea, unless I'm on my 2 days off. So every 2 weeks I take 2 days off of the tea. But if it's not on that 2 weeks, I put a scoop of the tea in, a scoop of the Ignite in, a scoop of the Reload in, and the X926. Mix them all up together in one drink. And as I lay down in bed, I always like to watch a happy show to fall asleep to, something motivational, uplifting, or humorous. And as I lay in bed and watch that, I can feel it working in my body. And many leaders have said the same thing. And many people are having results on this product with the very first use, some of them within a few minutes, some within a day, some within a few days, some within a week. We've only got a small amount of product sample, and I wanted to make mine last because I only got a week's supply, so I'm making mine last. I'm taking about a third of a dose right now because I want to make it last longer, and I'm getting tremendous results already. I can't wait till there's documented health benefits for a few days, a few weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. I think it's 2 to 3 months, and then 4 to 6 months. There are different things that you're going to experience, and different benefits start kicking in. So with that, Gregg, I want to see if you're still with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, wonderful. Gregg, all I wanted you to do was comment about, there's some people with questions about the 200 and the 100, do I have to do this and that? And I kind of feel like that poverty thinking might slow them down and keep them from getting the results. And of course, I'm recommending everyone take a leap of faith and do it, because you can always adjust in a month or two if you need to go down or up or whatever it is that you want to think that, don't even focus on that right now. Focus on the great expectations. But I'd just like you to add and share to that, because you and your group are getting incredible results. And you said no one has said no to you. So could you just comment on that and kind of leave everybody with a message of the attitude they have to have, the expectations they need to have, and what you see for them, for all of XANGO Nation who embraces and runs with this?
Well, kind of as I said in the presentation, you're going to need samples of this product. So the new side, the ZAG side, as they're calling it, as we're calling it, that shouldn't be a problem, because you should be able to get 2 or 3, get a 3-pack to start with, and use those as samples and sell them. I mean, that's what we're in the business for. We're in the business to move product. And don't be bashful about selling them. Think about it now. Let's say that if you want to get your money back, you got a 7-day supply, which should give a person a pretty positive result. $30. Just say that. Okay, you sell 4 of those, that's 28. That leaves you 2 more, and you've got yourself $120 back. Maybe it won't cover your tax and shipping, but it'll get you customers. So volume should not be an issue. You're in business. I understand for some people that the dollars are tight. I've been there. Believe me, I've been there, and it's hard to do. So what you do is you roll your inventory over. You put your money out, sell it, put it back in. Put your money out, sell it, put it back in. And keep your inventory rolling, and through the course of a month, if you're active and you're actually out there talking to people and promoting your business, you shouldn't have a problem racking up enough sales to keep your volume going on both sides. And yeah, we don't want, the products all work together. I take, probably 7 or 8 XANGO products now in addition to some of the personal care. because they all seem to synergistically work together. And when people say to me, should we take the products together? Well, yeah, if you like them. It's like, do you like different foods? Do you eat different foods all day long? It's the same thing. These are herbs, different herbs. Food has vitamins, minerals, and all the nutrients, and so does herbs. It's the same type of a process. So keep doing what you're doing. Add this on. It's not going to be a drain on you if it's done right. It's going to be another stream of income.
Greg, if I could add to that, Holly, would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I don't want to give away my age, but most of you know it. In fact, Tuesday, Eddie and I are celebrating our 52nd wedding anniversary. And just to give you a quick story, we were at Eileen Cohen's daughter's wedding, and Eileen announced that Eddie and I were having an upcoming anniversary of 52 years. And her sister-in-law said to me, "That's impossible. How could you possibly be married 52 years when you don't look more than 52. So the point is, when you're in your 70s, if you want people to think you're 20 years younger and you don't have surgery to try to fix it, you need to be on all the XANGO products. That's a given. But I want to share something with you because I took somebody to lunch, an old friend, and I've been trying to get her into XANGO. And she's in another company. She thinks she's gone to heaven. They have a, quote, toxic skincare line. That's it. Toxic skincare. And I said to her, so how much was your opening order? Oh, $1,500. Interesting. And what's your monthly commitment? Well, I don't have to do anything, but if I want to make money, I do $500 a month. I said, $500 a month? When in my experience, 20 years in the industry, skincare people only reordered maybe every 2 or 3 months. What do you do of all that inventory? And here's what she said to me. Oh, we're taught that all that skincare are our salespeople. We give it away. We give it away. It's a cost of doing business. So the bottom line is whether you want to give it away to people that are qualified, that you've asked all the right questions, or as Gregg so beautifully shared, you sell them a week's supply or a month's supply. And then when they place their order, you replace it back to you. You ship it back to you so you have a revolving inventory. Gregg said it beautifully. You can't sell or do business from an empty wagon. So if you've never been in traditional business, it's time to start thinking like a successful business person. And I was on Candy and Jib's web call this morning. It was fabulous, of course, as always. And Candy quoted Dr. Martin Luther King. And Kali said it as well. So if you think about, what do the leaders know and say and do that you're not knowing, saying, and doing? Because this is really, a monkey see, monkey do business. You don't have to be too smart to get to 500K in XANGO. You really don't. But you have to be committed. You have to increase your skills and increase the number of people that you talk to every day. So here's Candy's quote, and it's from Martin Luther King. Take the first step as faith. Just believe. Just believe that it's going to happen for you. Just believe that history will repeat itself, only bigger, bolder, and faster this second time. And like she said, take the first step in faith and don't worry about seeing the whole set of stairs. Don't worry about all the nuances. Kelly, I remember when we got started in XANGO, we were actually teaching the comp plan wrong. We had a 6-page fact, and we got to premiere in 3 or 4 months, not knowing what the heck we were doing. So don't worry. Your sponsors, your upline are invested in your success. They're not going to let you make any mistakes. Your only job is income-producing activity, which is talking to people. Send them the one-touch emails. Send them to the webinars that Kali, with her magic, is going to have these on autopilot. We're going to be training 9 o'clock every Saturday morning with Candy and Jim, 10 o'clock with Sandy and Ed and the rest of the team. We're going to be doing webinars every Wednesday night and maybe even every night of the week. And remember, we're in pre-launch. We're all figuring this out. But you've got 25-day head start to the rest of the world. Of course, my dear friends Rod and Marcy Cook posted it on their website in the last couple of days after a detailed conversation with me. They are so excited about what's happening with XANGO. Ted Nugent has just put it on his business from home website. Now, watch what's going to happen. People are going to start reaching out and saying, what's going on? What's going on with XANGO? I've had probably a dozen either Facebook posts or phone calls from monsters in the industry saying, so what's going on? What's the real scoop? Tell me the real story. You guys are in before the rest of the world even knows about it. And as Napoleon Hill says in Think and Grow Rich, whatever happened yesterday is the past. You can't change that. But today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. And tomorrow is your future. You have no time to rest. You have no time for recreation right now. You heard Gregg, 100 phone calls a day in 3 hours. So maybe you can only do an hour a day. How fast can you smile and dial, get a confirmation that they want your email, they want the information. After they look at it, just make a three-way with your upline. I'm sorry if I sound boring, but I'm so excited. I haven't slept in days. Back to you, Kali.
You're on the product, right, Sandy?
You bet. I think I'm on day four, I think.
You sound just like Richard. You're both the same. You're wound up. It's the product.
Absolutely. I think every leader is wound up.
I'll share with you something funny. It's our 52nd wedding anniversary. And I said to Eddie, do you want to give me an anniversary gift now? He said, what do you want? I said, I want your samples of X926. You can't take them. I want them all. So he gave them to me.
Richard stole his from his wife's. He loves it, so he didn't want to run out. So he took Carol's.
Yeah, and that's why there's just one of me. That's why I'm cutting mine in thirds so that I have enough to last. I can't wait to do the full dose every single day. Other questions that just came in, how many in a box? X926 will have a month supply. There'll be 30. Yes, the other boxes have 20. Ignite Limitless and whatnot. That's not meant to be a full month supply, but X926 will be a full month supply. There will be 30 in the box. So I do have Gregg Adair's script up now, ourpowersystem.com/X926. You go there and all the tools. I mean, if you scroll down, all the different videos and the calls and the documents and training and presentations, I kind of got them all in there as they've been posted. So the very top thing you'll see, Secret Saturday Recording 824. This is stuff from last week. Well, hang on, I just posted it. It's got to be here. Here it is. So as soon as the script or the recordings finish from today's 2 webinars, you'll see them up here. But here are the scripts right now from Gregg Adair that everybody wants. So go to the scripts, get them, print them, watch the video tutorial that will teach you how to use My Power System if you're My Power System members to add people and send it out. If you're not using the script, pick up the phone, log into your XANGO back office, get those phone numbers, start with your top leaders, work all the way down, and then get on. The next group is your people who you have talked to in the past about XANGO, but they never made a decision to join, and tell them what's going on. And then, of course, the next group of the people you haven't even talked to yet. Remember, Tuesday night's event, it is a live stream. Invite people to your home. This is go time, folks, and go time is no time to be resting, no time to be doubting, no time to be wondering and thinking and questioning. It is go time, time to pick up the phone and let people know what's happening. And by September 26th, you could have an amazing business started in this whole new division of XANGO. We are so excited. We're so excited for you. And with that, Gregg, since you are our special guest, I would love for you to close us up with any final comments or thoughts you'd like to give everybody before we close up for the day.
Well, thank you, Sandy and Collie, for doing these calls. They're invaluable to everybody, especially right now, gathering all this new information. Folks, don't get caught up in all the details. Get out there and spread the word. Some people will tell you, no, put them on the second list for a month from now. Call them back then. Just work with the winners is what I say. Go with it. Put a big effort into this, as big as you can right now, and it'll pay you down the road like it has us for 10, 11 years now. Well worth it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Start picking up the phone. Bye.